Hi guys, Jessy here and welcome today to a new pick a card reading. Now guys, in this pick a card reading, I'm going to do something special. I'm actually going to combine tarot cards with creative hearts. I'm actually going to draw or paint your aura, and by painting your aura, I'm going to tell you all about who you truly are and combine that with a mini tarot reading. So I hope that you guys are excited for this reading. I truly am. So I hope that you guys like this video. So as you can see, I have prepared 4 different groups for this reading. So group number 1, you're represented by this beautiful pyrite crystal. Group number 2, you are represented by this fluorite crystal sphere. Group number 3, you're represented by the blue aura quartz. And group number 4, lastly, you're represented by the amethyst crystal. So beautiful souls, just take a moment to go into your own zen and pick the gemstones that resonates with you the most. If it's multiple, then check both readings and maybe you'll get something out of both, okay? So you can go wrong here. So when you've picked your crystals, go down below in the comment box or in the description box. There you'll find the timestamp that will bring you directly to your reading. Now guys, keep in mind that all the readings that I do on my channel are general readings. And if you like a personal reading, then you can go on my website, which is www.angeliceclipse.com. And also guys, very excited, I already incorporated a special letter from your future spouse into my readings, and now I'll be adding this as well to my reading. So having said that, I'm going to hop now into group number 1, and all the other groups I'll see you at the click of your timestamp. Hi there, group number 1, and welcome to your reading. So let's hop into getting to know your aura and who you truly are. So I'm really excited for this reading. So let's just start, right? So I'm kind of like just wet the paper just a little bit as I feel. I feel here like you have a medium aura here, group number 1, which actually shows a little bit that the energy are all kind of like balanced a little bit. So let's hop into it. So first up, the color green is coming up. Now group number 1, I can see here with this green color that you have an amazing healing energy. And with that, I'm getting you have a very positive influence upon the people around you. So healing oftentimes not only means healing in terms of actually working as a nurse or as a doctor or something like that. It could possibly be here that group number 1, you have like one of these, or you are working in one of these career, or that you have a vision in going in one of these career. But it also means that just your energy is super, super positive, that you bring a lot of light and happiness into the lives of other people, and that you have this kind of like words or sentences that you use that just calms down people's mind and just makes them feel very safe and very secured and very wanted, and that heals the heart. So with that, I also can see here that not only do you have a lovely healing energy, but you also have this teaching energy within you. So seeing this beautiful green aura, it tells me that a lot of you guys might not only work within the area of healing people, but also within the area of just teaching. So teaching about life or about stuff that just other people needs or tend to just hear from you at that moment, that will help them throughout a step in their life. So that is a lovely, lovely thing that I'm seeing here. Also within the green, I can see here that you're very much a busy bee. You might be an entrepreneur. You might start a lot of small businesses. I'm seeing here that you're very resourceful, that financially, especially having this a large green aura tells me that financially you might be very secure in a type of way that people might call it wealthy, or that you're very resourceful, or that your businesses are just doing a-okay. I'm also seeing that you're just that kind of person that has a lot of luck in life, whether it is literally winning the lottery or just standing out, or people noticing you in a great way, that you're getting promotion, that everything is rolling. You almost have these types of golden hands I can see. Like really golden touching hands that, yeah, a lot of people find amazing. And I can see here that sometimes people really get jealous about that because they just don't understand why you are having it like this good and so many people have to struggle. So, or they have to struggle, but they don't notice on how hard working you can be. And at the same time, it's just a matter of luck in your life that you just had. And some people just have that type of luck. At the same time, I can feel here that group number one, you're very intelligent. You just know where to go, how to use your resources, how to put your skills to good use. And that is exactly why you are where you are. So, very much a mind like an entrepreneur, a businessman, a businesswoman. That's like what I'm seeing. Very driven. You know what you want and you're ready to put in the work. And at the same time, with that luck, getting the maximum out of things. So you definitely have the ability to, you know, reach whatever you put on your mind. It's definitely within the cards for you here. So moving on to your next color within your aura that I'm seeing is the color yellow. So here within the color yellow, I can see that overall you're a very happy person. You're very optimistic. Now combining that with the color green, it brings you that almost great person to be around with. People just love being around you here, group number one. They love your energy. They just love it like so much. You're very optimistic. Your glass is always half full. It's like when a life gives you lemon, you're like, whoa, this is not lemonade. I'm going to make like a good cocktail out of it. You're so creative, so inventive, and so optimistic. Um, that really is something that brings that people just tends to admire that. That's like what I want to say. Like people just look at you and they really admire the type of person you are, and they might think you're happy because you have it all, but at the same time it's kind of like a two-way, right? When you're very happy, when you're very optimistic, you draw good things to your life. So you have here an almost like magnetic type of energy that draws in good luck, that draws in beautiful things in your life. And people just don't understand why it's like that, why it's like so. It's like so beautiful here. So in a way, you're also very, free spirited. You're also very confident. You just go with your gut instinct, and sometimes that might be a little bit impulsive, but because you go with your gut instinct, it just feels good and it tends to end up just the way you want it to. And that is still like one of the things that just people just can't understand. Like, how do you do this? How do you do this? Like, so amazing. Kind of like co-creating here. Also, I see here that you might tend to like animals with this yellow color. You might tend to um, have a special bond with animals. So next up, I'm very much getting the color orange. So seeing this color orange here, group number one, I'm seeing here that, as I said, like within the yellow, I can also see a very creative person. But within this orange, that is being emphasized. It's like, you're very creative, you're very resourceful in the things that you do. And it's just, this is like, it's almost like having like gold hands when you're talking about someone, just everything seems to fall into place with you. And as I said, also this very young energy, feeling energized all the time, having great ideas. You might like to just go out and party just a lot, or just having like a blast here, having a blast, just enjoying yourself. I'm seeing this orange energy just getting a little bit more stronger. So at this moment, I'm definitely seeing here that you're being more strategic within the things that you're doing. You're thinking about the next step. You're analyzing things that might not be like your greatest power, but you are trying it, you're working on it because maybe at this moment in time, you're trying to gain a little bit more of the resources. You want to maybe grow your business or endeavor or something like that. That's like what I'm seeing here. And with this orange type of energy, you're very, very independent. You are very high energetic, so you might be always doing something. You might have always something on your hands. You don't like to just kind of like sit around and wait for things to come to you. You're one that just takes action and just loves to just be there in the front, just almost like being a pioneer in creating things. Sometimes I'm seeing with this orange that you might start something and find it hard to really bring it to a closure. You might have the lack of that sometimes because you see other fun things. You're one that is very, very optimistic and that's ready to go to the next adventure. So sometimes it might be difficult for you here, group number one, to find that steadiness in certain adventures, to really see things through in certain adventures. So that is something that having this orange aura kind of like asks that attention from you. But definitely, the orange here also represents the wealth part. So having this green, this orange, and of course the yellow shows me that there is very much a financial security, a financial stability within your life here, group number one. So yeah, let me see what else I can get. I'm definitely getting like a lot of a deeper green here at the outside of your aura. So, very successful in the things that you do. You might also be a little bit of a perfectionist here, group number one. You like things just to go your way, and sometimes it's very difficult to just, say, I'm going to let someone else do it because you want things to be done to the details perfect, to the details perfect, and no one else can do it except you. That is just something that makes it hard for you to just give things out of your hand and allow people just to do their thing, right? So that is one thing that I'm definitely getting here. Also very sensitive. You're very sensitive, almost like this childlike happiness, like sensitive, just being kind to everyone, making people laugh. You really have this magnetic energy of bringing good things to your life, but also sharing it with the people around you. You might be very, very wealthy, or might turn your business into a great success, or you're turning it into a great success now. So, yeah, that's the type of energy that I'm getting here. gorgeous. So, yeah, this was your aura, or everything that I could find out about your aura. So, putting this aside, I'm just going to draw a little bit of oracle cards for you and see what else we can get to get a detail about you. So we have your union merging and coming together. So definitely I can see here that you're someone that brings people together, that brings communion together, or you might be someone who's a little bit of a mediator. You know, when everyone is having trouble, you are the one who's getting back, you know, the sisters, the brothers, your family, colleagues back together. You're just one that doesn't like to fight. So with seeing that, you might also be like the middle child for some of you guys. You're very, very loving, and you find and see the beauty in love. And also I see here in gorgeous things, especially when we see here the wealth. You love to see beautiful things around you. You just love to sometimes indulge in those things, but you see the value of each and everything that you have with you. Also, you're very fluid, so that means that you are someone that is very emotional, that connects pretty well with your heart chakra. And of course, seeing that beautiful green color within your aura, you're definitely someone that listens to the heart and follows. We've got here the Emperor, and how could we not? Because it's almost like also having that orange and yellow energy shows the Emperor. It's definitely a leader. It's definitely someone who is confident. It's definitely someone who made something out of them, out of their life. It's a leader. And at the same time, it's someone who's very charismatic. So we all saw that. Also having here the tower. So with the tower, I can see here that sometimes, and we saw that already, it's difficult for you to bring things to an end because you might be easily distracted with everything that's going on. So it might be that sometimes you are a little bit impulsive and are like, oh, but I like this better, right? And at the same time, we have here the Princess of Wands, and showing that very youthful energy, that, you know, that very energetic type of aura that you have. You love to maybe go outdoors or do things. As I said, maybe in the beginning of your youth, you will be more in the partying or just being there organizing things. Maybe you'll like people around you. In some cases, this might be like an extrovert person, if you like to say it like that. But it doesn't have to be. It just means that you are someone that's very, very outdoorsy and loves that. So, yeah, very, very beautiful and very, very beautiful aura as well. So, group number one, this was your reading, and I hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you did, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. And if you're new here and you like what you see, consider subscribing to my channel. I would really love to have you around. For now, thank you so, so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye! Hi there, group number two. You're here because you're drawn to this beautiful fluorite crystal. So let's hop into your readings. So first up, I'm going to start off by drawing your aura. So before I do that, I'm just going to wet the paper just a little bit. It makes it easier to see where your aura is headed and what type of aura you might have here. So I'm getting maybe here a more, maybe smaller aura. So it might be that you are more of an inward person, or that you might be going through some difficult times or something. Don't see a very big aura, but you know, let's hop into it. So the first color that I'm seeing here with you is the color blue. So seeing this color blue here tells me, group number two, that you're someone that is very gentle, that's very sweet, very loving and compassionate. You're someone that is sometimes to the calm. People sometimes are having maybe a hard time to truly define you, but you're definitely someone that needs a little bit of ease up, open up time. Um, but when you do, people will notice that you're actually very, very sweet, very kind, and you have like this calming energy that comes with this aura that people tend to be suited by. It's like they calm down, you're very calm. You're just naturally have this vibration of bringing peace to situation, which also might tend to make you a good leader if you are like that, or working with kids. It's also something that this energy or having this aura is great. Also, you're very, very nurturing. So you will take care of everyone that's around you. And the larger this color is within your aura, the more you will tend to take care of people that are around you. At the same time, I can see here that you might be spiritual as well. So you might tend to love to do things a little bit to the spiritual side, whether that's just yoga or reading a good spiritual book or doing some research around that. I'm definitely sensing that this is something that you like to do. So you might have a high intuition as well, or you might just be very intuitive. Also, you feel things very deeply as you're nurturing and as you're taking care of maybe lots of people around you. Things tend to hit you hard when they come, when it's emotional. You know, I can see here that you've got a very emotional side of you. Not everyone sees that, but you're a very, very emotional person. So, that is something that I can see here within the blue aura. Also, you're very, very trustworthy. People count on you and they know like your word is everything. Once you say you will do, then people know, yeah, this person will definitely do. So, next up, I'm getting a yellowish tone. And with this yellow tone, I can see here, group number two, that you're someone that is very happy. So you're not only nurturing, but you're very loving and warm people to be around. You're very open, you're very cheerful. I'm guessing that's like what I saw, that working with children, having this beautiful combination is always something that will really suit you. You might even tend to like kids. Maybe not now, but maybe more like within the future, you tend to like kids, because they might have like that same energy, that same free spirited energy, that same innocent energy that you have. Like, you really have fun, really, think sometimes out of the box and not just go by with your daily life. That's like literally what I'm sensing here. You like to do something different. You like to enjoy things to the max, and also having this good type of balanced confidence within you. So definitely I can see this within your aura, within the color yellow. Also, you're very creative. Having this yellow energy shows that you're very passionate and creative. So you might kind of come up with the most maybe silly things to do, and that's like what I kind of like was feeling. Like, children love this energy. Maybe you are just like this natural, children attractor. That might sound a little bit like weird, but definitely that's like, people just like you. People just love being around you. You're calm, and at the same time, you have this beautiful, loving, warm energy. You're so, so welcoming. And at the same time, you're creative, you're fun to be around. And I see here that you also tend to seek out fun. You tend to go to places that others might think, oh, this is silly. So going maybe to a playground and just having a little bit of childlike um, energy, moving or get it going. That's like what I'm getting here with you, group number two. So next up, we have here this beautiful pink color. And within the pink color, you can definitely see here that you're a very, very loving person. You're very gentle, sweet, almost to a little bit of innocent. People might tend to see that as a little bit of you being too emotional. You might hear at sometimes, oh, you're being dramatic because you feel things so deeply here. Group number two, you feel things so deeply. So when other people say you might feel just a little bit over dramatic, no, that's not it. It's just like that you feel things so deeply. And also having like this magenta color, it shows me that you are very creative and intelligent. It just complements this yellow color so beautifully. It shows that you are very wise as well for your age. So you're fun, you're loving, you're caring, but you're also dang smart. So people just look at you, and it's just something about your character or you that just kind of like stand out here within this. It just makes you just special, just attractive. You are just like, as I said, like almost like a magnet to other people. Like there is something special and different and very just you. And people kind of like look twice at you when they see you. And having this more like this pink color shows me that you might have a lot of friends, or if not, you might have just like this really good friend that you will have like for a long period of time in your life. Friendships are really important to you. So yeah, that's kind of like one thing that I'm seeing here. So as I was saying, like it also might be here, group number one, that you are one of those popular kids. You might just, people, you have just like something really lovely about you. Really lovely about you. But also, you might be a little bit of spiritual. We're already seeing that within the blue color, but within the magenta, we can also talk about someone being very spiritual. So, yeah, that is something that I'm also seeing here. So gentle, loving, caring, very sweet, but at the same time also very happy, very childlike happy. So I'm loving your aura. Really cute. So last I am seeing also a little bit of white. Now white you cannot definitely see, but I'm going to paint it. There is something very innocent about you. There is something very pure about you. And seeing these colors, it just makes so much sense that this comes up, because there is something that is very sweet, very pure. It makes you almost highly intuitive, highly spiritual. You might be spiritually gifted. You might see maybe even deceased love members or something like that. But it's definitely the things that I'm getting through here with this color white that's coming up. So yeah, it tells me that you might be very highly intuitive. As it's not that big, I feel like this is something that you might want to focus on, or you're working on, or that's something new that you're trying out, that spiritual type of part. But it's definitely there within your aura here, group number two. So yeah, really gorgeous aura. Really gorgeous. So yeah, this was your aura picture. So next up, I'm just going to look at the cards and see what else we can get about you and who you truly are here. Group number two. So first up here, we have union coming together. So seeing this with you, I'm feeling that it's almost like all of your skills and your gifts are slowly going to come together when you are in your 20s and 30s. Or sorry, between 20 and 30. I feel like that's like where you will have like your most growth. So if you are in that age right now, I feel like this is the time where all of your gifts will just emerge, especially that spiritual side of yours. I'm seeing like that is like all of the merging happening right now within your aura. It almost feels like everything is kind of like coming together and that you're becoming almost like your full self. Next up, we have the Cancer card, which almost is like the blue energy within your aura. It tells that you're very nurturing, that people find comfort within you, and that you have this type of sense of protecting other people, being there for other people, which is really, really good. You take care of other people, you protect them, you just make them feel safe however you can. So within this, I can also see you guys maybe taking careers in terms of defending people, in terms of being maybe an officer or being someone that, like a lawyer that protects people, or in any other way. And also not only protecting people, but also the earth, our planet, just being there for other people. So that's really, really good. We have the yang energy that also talks about that yellow energy that you had within your aura. That is that beautiful, active, energetic, fun, loving, outdoorsy energy. You really like to express yourself. Now, combining that with the other colors within your aura, I might feel that a little bit less, but slowly you're learning to express yourself more, maybe speaking out your mind and being a little bit more direct than you have been. And I'm seeing here that that growth will happen mostly between the age of 20 and 30. So yeah, you're definitely someone that likes to move forward and that picks up things and like to work on certain goals within their life, okay? You're a very, very hard worker, as I was saying. You like your goals and you're not afraid to get your hands dirty to achieve your goals and to put in some hard work. Next up, we have here the Ten of Pentacles, which shows that if you work really hard within your life, I can also see here animals. So you might have also the tendency to have animals. You might have a connection with animals. But once you put in the hard work, I'm definitely seeing here that within the end, there is a big possibility of you turning very, very successful and having a lot of abundance within your life. Now, the Nine of Swords is a little bit of that magenta energy that sometimes that maybe you're being too much controlling, and that can keep you in your mind and thoughts and keep you up at night. It just might give you this kind of like stressed feeling with you when you're having like a little bit of too much magenta within your energy. So try to do things that really relaxes you. Use more of that yellowish color aura within you and put it to good use so that magenta color will be a little bit more balanced again within your aura. So group number 2, this was your reading, and I hope that this reading resonated with you. If it did, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. And if you're new here and you like what you see, consider subscribing to my channel. I would really love to have you around. For now, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye! Hi there, group number 3, and welcome to your reading. So you're here because you're drawn to this beautiful blue aura quartz. So let's hop into your reading to see what's going on here. So first up, I'm just going to wet the paper to see what type of aura we might be talking about here, or what we might have. I'm getting a very, maybe a large aura. So it tells me that you might be very high in energy at this moment. Maybe a lot of things going on, excitement. So yeah, that is kind of like the first thing that I'm getting. So first up, I'm getting this color 10. And having this 10 color within your aura tells me that one here, you are someone who is very maybe of a logical thinker. For you, things need to make sense. You're not someone who's just going to take one's word for it. You're one who definitely needs to do your own research. It needs to click for you guys before you make, a certain move or a decision. You're a very logical person and a logical thinker. And at the same time, I can see here that you're very practical, and that comes again with that logical thinker. For you, things need to make sense. and then you're ready to work on it in the practical way. You are, I can almost feel like you're spiritual, but at the same time in a very practical way. So you have like maybe your here material life, and at the same time you can very well combine it with something that is just, what speaks to other, and that makes you almost one of a kind. Like, sometimes people might tend to be one or the other, or practical and earthy, or very spiritual, and you kind of like seem to have that in balance. It's like beautiful. Now, sometimes I can see here a very strong will. So, for some people, this might be called stubbornness. You might definitely just, know what you want. And for that, that is something that you just want to see it happen. Once you set your mind on things, that's kind of like, okay, but I want that. That's like the way that I want it. And it's really hard for you to let go once you set your mind upon something. So at the same time, you can call that determination as well. Also, you're very, I can see here within the details, because I keep seeing kind of like a mouse, and a mouse for me represent that you're very detail oriented, that you like the little finer things. I can almost sense also a little bit of luxury or quality, I might say. You like the quality within things. Like, it doesn't have to even be like expensive, but quality is really, really important for you. Those kind of like the little bitty details that I can see here that do matter for you. You don't have to have like the most expensive things, but really you need to have quality. And those are the things that you kind of like pay attention to. You also have really high value, high standards, and that is because those things matter to you. You're not one just to go about and share your word or give your word to something and forget about it. You value your word, and people find that to be very loyal. Once you say something, you mean it, and you're willing to definitely commit to it. So that's something that I'm definitely seeing here from you. Also, I'm seeing that, oh, you might be very organized. You might have the tendency to just have the perfect spot for everything. And when people tend to mess that up, you might not be too happy about that. You might not be too happy about that. So next up, I'm seeing this kind of like indigo color here within your aura. And within this, I can definitely see here indigo. So you guys are very, very wise. You're very old spirit souls. You have a lot of knowledge within you. You're very spiritual. You are bringing the peace onto earth. You have here a great task. So now I'm kind of like getting why I kept seeing like, practical, but also this spiritual side of yours. It's definitely the indigo that's coming through. An indigo soul, or having this color um within your aura, tells me that you're here with a greater mission. It might even feel sometimes that you don't belong because you can understand things that maybe other people don't, because you have kind of like this really old knowledge within you. And people might not always understand the way that you are, might even sometimes think that you're just a little bit odd, but at the same time, because you combine that with being practical and combining that with everything that other people find logic, because you need that as well, people tend to accept you pretty well, and they tend to look up at you as well. So that's like having that 10 type of like energy, as well as this beautiful indigo energy. It's beautiful. It's a really beautiful combination. It also tells me, as we're having this indigo color, that you're also a very sensitive person. It might not show always that you're sensitive, because I can also feel that you have like this very powerful energy around you, that people might be a little bit intimidated by you, because you have this type of knowledge that people are like, oh dang, how do you know that? So people might be a little bit intimidated by that. So people might not notice right away that you are a sensitive soul. But you are, and they are very, very attractive either way to that sensitivity or just that very beautiful, almost like it feels like when people are around you, they just open up. They get like spiritually gifted. There's something about you that sets off enlightenment or awakening in other people. That's like what I'm seeing. You sometimes are the trigger to awakening another soul. Now, this is definitely kind of like a divine purpose here that I can see within your aura. So it definitely shows that you're here on a mission here. Group number 3, you're definitely here on a mission. So really beautiful. You're a very powerful soul. You're very wise and you're very old as well. So let's see what else we have. Ooh, red. So at the same time, I can see here, it almost looks like brown, but it's red, guys. Having this red energy here, it shows me that you're very passionate. You are very determined. You might be very sexual, or people might find you to be very sexual because you might have this very sexual energy about you. It might not be something that you like or you instigate or initiate, but it is something that is just about your appearance. You might have, if we're talking about females, you might have, females future that guys really find interesting or that men really find interesting, and you have like this energy, this very sexual tension energy around you that kind of like runs all over you and that get people like their attention very, very much. You're also very strong, a very strong-willed person here, as I can see here, as the red is definitely dominating a lot of, maybe most of the energy here. But I'm definitely seeing here, sensing that you shine. You have like a lot of energy to share with other people. You're very, very high energetic. At the same time, I can see here that whatever happens, you have a lot of courage within life. You might have been through a lot, maybe even some traumatic events for some of you guys, but I can see here that you are overcoming so many because you are very, very strong. You have a strong will and very, very courageous. You're very, very courageous here. So beautiful. So gorgeous. I'm just kind of like impressed on how much red I can see here within your aura. So it's really, really beautiful. At the same time, here, group number 3, you're someone, especially with this reddish color, that say things as they are. You are someone who will be maybe too direct for some people because your honesty is sometimes killing. Definitely, that's like one of the things that people also might find a little bit intimidating about you. Your honesty is just killing to someone. They just are sometimes afraid of what you'll say. And at the same time, a lot of people appreciate that. You've ever maybe sensed that, that some people might hate your honesty, but at the same time, they'll like it because not many people are as honest as you are, right? So at the same time, sometimes here, group number 3, your ego might get in the way, especially when we're having this reddish color a lot. Sometimes you are fighting with your ego. So maybe image is very important to you, how you come across. It's really important to you because at one point you like to fit in, and at the other point you just like to be who you are, and that's the indigo energy that's kind of like mixing this energy or all these energies within each other. You like to be just who you are. You like to be different, but at the same time, it doesn't hurt for you to fit in. So I can feel here when you are wandering off to becoming just a little bit maybe too eccentric, maybe too, original, you tend to like pull the strings back. And you do have that because you can be very, very charismatic. And once you put your mind on it, things just seems to happen for you. So I can see here once you get a little bit pulled up, then at the same time, ooh, it's kind of like everything is kind of like happening for you. people just admire you and just will be drawn, as quickly as they maybe went away because you didn't want them. Because you can definitely sometimes you like your privacy, but once you want it back, they're there. They're kind of like absolutely there for you. So, group number 3, this was your aura painting. Just cleared it up. And then next, we're going to hop into the oracle cards to see what we might also get here for you. So we have mutable. So we're having here that you're someone who feels deeply. So at one point you can become very, very emotional, but at the same time, I can also see here that frustration is something that could be your enemy, or anger, especially having that reddish color within your aura. You are very, very passionate. So whether it's positive or negative, you're a very passionate person. So that is one thing that you need to keep in mind. You're a very temperament person. First house comes up here as showing you individuality. You have a high self-image and you look at life the way you want it to. Life is kind of like your painting. You are the one making those drinks. You are the one calling the shots. I feel like you are someone who really likes to control your life a little bit, but also just having that sense that you're definitely, creating everything that you're doing. You have, as I said, like a high self image that might be important to you and you might want to work on that. So, yeah. Last up, we have here the 4th house, which tells me that you might be someone that travels a lot. You like maybe different cultures. It might be that we're talking here about someone who finds their family roots to be very, very important. As I said, you have like high values, so that might come as well out of your culture or out of your beliefs for something, but just strive for peace and comfort in your home and around you. At the same time, we have here the Knight of Pentacles showing that you're someone who isn't afraid of, I don't want to say like doesn't, but isn't afraid of taking an endeavor or taking some type of risk and chance to create something that is, amazing and wonderful. At the same time, you might have some or one a good friend that just really connects with you on all the levels, and that connection goes deeply. I feel like you are the ones who might meet soulmates within your life because you are very, very awakened. You are a very awakened spirit. You know what life is about, and so you can make very deep connections with people. Having the 6 of Pentacles shows me that you're someone to become very successful in whatever that you do. So meaning if you do nothing, of course, that is your success. Whatever you sowing, you're reaping later on. So I'm seeing here, if you work hard, if you put in all the effort, you're likely to become a very, very successful person because you have this beautiful way of combining the knowledge of life and also putting it into practice. And once you do that, it seems to come towards you, that success. So, group number 3, this was your reading, and I hope that this reading resonated with you. If it did, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. And if you're new here and you like what you see, consider subscribing to my channel. I would really love to have you around. For now, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye! Hi there, group number 4, and welcome to your reading. So you're here because you're drawn to this beautiful amethyst sphere. So let's hop into your painting and see how your aura is going to be all about. So first up, I'm just going to wet the paper and see what type of energy your aura might be like or how big it is. It seems like you have a medium type of aura, so maybe that all the energies might be a little bit balanced. So that's kind of like what I'm getting first. So let's hop into the first color that I'm getting for you, which is the color purple. So first up, the color purple shows me that you are one of a very creative, artistic person. So me painting might be you painting or you writing or doing something that is actually very, very creative, or it might be your type of hobby that you just like to, indulge in. But having this beautiful, beautiful color purple. Okay. My favorite color is purple, so I love the color purple. So yeah, having this beautiful color purple, it shows me that you're very creative. And having this creativity, it also shows me that you might tend to have, sometimes be a daydreamer, sometimes just go up in your own mind. Creating also means that you can imagine things very good, because not only can you create things in your mind, you can actually envision them and putting it as well on paper. So that is one of the things that I am seeing here within your aura. At the same time, I can see that you're a very charismatic person. Very charismatic, very gentle. There is something just gorgeous about you. I feel like within this group, there are a lot of people that have something with their eyes. There is something very intense, very gentle with your eyes. People find that to be just, as if they can just fall like in love only with your eyes, like your eyes are drawn, because there's almost like this door that opens up to your soul. It's kind of like a little bit of a mysterious kind of like energy, but I definitely love it. It's kind of like you can see through other people's souls, and at the same time, it's super mysterious about who you are. Also, within the color purple, it represents for me luxury. So, here, group number four, you might tend to like luxury items or high quality, high end items. It might be that you just have this sense of elegancy around you. It comes easily and naturally to you. People might think that you're wealthy, even if you're not, but you have kind of like this air around you. People might find that high class, other people might find that a bit arrogant. Some other people might tend to see that as a resting bee face. So, however you look at it, there is something that's a little bit, very high and classy about you, and not always all the people will feel comfortable. But that is kind of like just the air that you have. You have this very classy and wonderful energy within you. And hey, there is nothing you can do about it. So actually enjoy that. There's also something about you that is very spiritual. So better that you like to indulge into books or see readings like this and learn about spirituality. There is always something that you felt like connected you with the higher realms, and just kind of like feels good spiritual. So I can definitely see that you might have some gifts in terms of spirituality here, that just also is a little bit mysterious, or that makes you even, hard to kind of like get a grip upon. It's like just there's something about you. I can also see here that you're very gentle and very intuitive. You always listen to your intuition. To some people, they're more of a thinker. To you, you just listen to your intuition. And that is for you leading in everything that you do. Also, I can see here that you love to travel, loving that luxury, loving maybe also the sea. I can see here boats, luxury yachts, and things like that. That is like what I'm seeing within your energy. So next up, we're having the color yellow. Within the yellow, I can see here that you're somewhat of a very optimistic person. You just have this wonderful energy around you, or about you, that just keeps you up and full of life and very energetic. You always might have to, smile. I'm hearing music might be a huge part of your life because it just makes you happy. Or, I'm hearing like that song, Happy. And I had that within a lot of groups. So I really enjoy that happiness is a part of so many of your lives. But happiness, I can see here, it's something that comes through a certain type of energy with you. You might not be always happy, but it's easily for you to turn happy. It's like when you don't need much to be a happy person, even if you like maybe luxury or something, but the smallest things in life kind of like make you happy, makes you just, you know, complete and fulfilled. And so you look at life in a very optimistic way. Now, I do feel having this um, these energies, I feel like sometimes you can get a little bit depressed or you are prone to that, but at the same time, or maybe prone to being very emotional. And so, whichever way that goes. But because you are someone who can easily turn up the switch within yourself, it makes you a natural healer as well. So, that's kind of like one of the things that I'm sensing here within you. So next up, I'm getting here the yellowish. The yellowish is, I feel like I just have to kind of fill it out. Yeah. The yellow, sorry, the orange is kind of like growing here, which you can see here that you are becoming maybe more resourceful within your life. Um, it might be that more in the 30s, you'll become more and more, I feel like, wealthy, a very wealthy person. I can see here a large sum of just wealth within your energy here, group number 4. So, whatever happens here, I can see that you are destined to become, destined to live this luxury life. You already have this type of aura and you're destined to attract it. It's almost like it's all combining with each other. So, definitely, you are someone who once you put your mind on it, you're willing to do or to bring whatever sacrifice it needs to bring you that what you've ever wanted or want to achieve. So you have definitely a strong will. And at the same time, you like to be tested almost. It almost seems like you like to enjoy the challenges sometimes of life because otherwise life can become a little bit too boring for you. But you like to just be physically tested as well as mentally. So sometimes here, group number 4, you might just look up certain challenges. You might be sometimes the one who starts a little bit of discussion because you want to know what other people think. At the same time, you're very, very resourceful. So whenever you are in a situation that seems like no one can get out of it, oh my God, here, group number 4, you have the answer. You have the answer. You're very, very smart and very strategic. And things work out in just like in your favor. The way you work things out, it's like dang. Very, very gorgeous. At the same time, I can see here, group number 4, that people might tend to say that you're younger than you are. So when people look at you, because you have this very energetic and very young energy, people might think that you're actually younger than you are. So for a lot of people, sometimes people might just, think that you are 5 to 10 years younger. It's like that much of a difference as I'm seeing. And that's all because one of your energy, but of course your looks will do matter. But I am seeing because people just find you to be so full of life, so wonderful, so cute, so happy to be around. It just instantly makes you a lot younger. Your skin radiates and so your energy radiates and it's very affectionate. People affectionate, do you say that? People just get affected by it. It's contagious. Like it's really, really contagious when people are like around you. And in a way, I can see here that you're very much an inspiration to a lot. So once you start talking, people might say, "Oh my God, but this is a very inspiring person. This is a very inspirational person here." So having said that, I am getting a little bit of a white and also indigo color here within your aura. So having this combination within your aura is really, really beautiful as they're both highly spiritual aura type of energy. Showing me here that combining that as well with the purple, who's also a spiritual color, that you hear from group number 4, you are very, very highly gifted spiritual. It might be that you tend to work in the spiritual area. So giving readings, doing YouTube, doing something that's spiritual, that is just maybe destined to be in in your life in whichever way. Sometimes, small as a hobby or even big as your full income, but it definitely has to do something with how you're going to manage your life. At the same time, having this type of energy makes you one that is really, really highly spiritual. You're very wise beyond your actual maybe age, real life age, but it makes you spiritual, very, very wise. You're indigo soul, so which shows that you're very enlightened. You know things that many don't know. You might have like a life path already within you. You might see where you need to go. You're very clear. You have a clear vision or clear sense, or you can see things and you can feel things. Very, very empathic, I'm seeing. So very much the emotion, I feel like that might have to do with something that will have to come in your life path, or maybe even help you to get like more wealthy. Sometimes you just know how to do things because you can see things from afar. Having visions maybe, or having dreams about it before even things happen, is something that will help you throughout a life so much. And having this white type of aura within you, it means that you're so pure, so innocent. Everything comes from the pure of the purity of your heart. Whatever you mean to do in life, it's meant like with a good heart. You have a very good karma here, group number 4. So definitely, yeah, very, 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 good. You're just like a good person. Just like in terms, you're a very, very good person. Highly intuitive, highly gifted, and at the same time, very, very flexible because you can see things from afar. So, yeah, really gorgeous aura here, group number 4. So, this was your aura painting, and now we're going to move on to the cards and see what we're going to have for you. So first up, we have here water, which shows that, again, you're very spiritual, you're very emotional, compassionate, and you're definitely always listen to your intuition. It's the leading thing here within every decision that you make. If it doesn't feel good within your gut, you won't do it. We have here the earth, showing that you're also someone who's very persistent. As I was saying, you're very determined. Once you put your mind on things, you want things done. And at the same time, you can keep your patience. So when other people give up because maybe they're not seeing the growth, or they're not seeing the progress, you're one who continues. And that is something that's pretty amazing, because that will bring you, that's kind of like longevity. That will bring you things that you might want, but have to be patient about. If you want to grow something and the growth is, slow, it might turn out to be very successful. It might even take years before it's successful, but because you're very patient, you will end up having that success later in life. And at the same time, you're very practical. So combining that spirituality with practicality is really, really good. At the same time, we have your union merging and coming together with conjunction. And I can see that your life is all about bringing in the gifted side of you towards people. I'm seeing, if you are already within, you're using your gifts, your connection is about bringing the love, or connecting spirituality with practicality. I'm seeing bringing it more towards people. So whatever you have to do here, group number 4, I'm sensing that your task is a little bit big. We have here the King of Cups, showing me that most of the signs that will happen to listen to this, I'm seeing, will be like water signs. That is something that I am getting. Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio might be more attracted to this spell. You're highly intuitive. You're this soft, gentle side. You have your emotions perfectly under control. You understand them, and you can teach other people about them. We have your Queen of Pentacles, showing me that you're very, even though you have like all these things going, you're very independent and you create your own success. You don't let anyone take that away from you. You are a very courageous, independent person as well. So yeah, a lot of good things. Having the Wheel of Fortune within you, it just shows me that you might be some of the lucky ones that just happen to, something good happen to you, winning a lottery, or just, something sweet happening to you in terms of financial security. That is something that might be something that you guys will seek throughout life, and this will happen for you guys. I'm seeing a lot of fortune, a lot of happiness, a lot of luxury within your life. So, group number 4, this was your reading, and I hope that this reading resonated with you. If it did, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. And if you're new here and you like what you see, consider subscribing to my channel. I would really love to have you around. For now, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!